The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Some good early signs from the Blues on Wednesday night with Harry and Charlie both hitting the scoreboard. Harry ended up kicking 3. The Hollands brothers continue to impress and Fantasia showed some dash. But it's this tweet that sums things up perfectly, with people already writing off Carlton's season. It reads, "One more with feeling, it's just a practice match. Don't write the season off just yet, baggers. Lots of positives in that game. Both Hollands boys, H kicking them through. Orazio looks amazing. Boydie kicked a killer. Sard, eyes. And we're ready for Queensland weather." Episode 2 of the Navy Blues Den podcast starts right now. Welcome to the Navy Blues Den podcast. I'm Denny Anthony. We've got a bit to get through and I have set a bit of a time limit. I want these to go for about 30 minutes at the most. I have prepared a running sheet that's got about 12 items on it, so let's get into it. Let's start with last night's game, and it wasn't overly impressive from the Blues. Our disposal efficiency is still not great. We got 8 days now to clean that up before we take on last year's grand finalists in the Brisbane Lions up at the Gabba. We got off to a pretty good start. Melbourne did also. They took control of the game in the second quarter. The Blues evened it up in the third. Last quarter, not really worth talking about. We were definitely missing Weeders down back. Hello to all the Lewis Young haters out there. And yeah, as I said, disposal efficiency not that great. Okay, let's recap the scores from Wednesday night's game. And the Blues kicked 2 straight in the first quarter to the D's 5 goals 1. Another 2 straight in the second quarter to Melbourne's 4 goals 3. Saw the Demons lead at halftime at 9-4 to 4 straight. A little bit more even in the third quarter. The Blues did manage to outscore the Demons, kicking 4 goals 2 to 3 goals 3. And at 3-quarter time, it was 12 goals 7 to 8 goals 2. And in the last quarter, 2 goals 1 to the Blues, to the Cats 3 goals 4, for a full-time score of 15-11, 101 to Carlton 10-3, 63. On to socials. Just a reminder, so everything is at Navy Blues Den. As you can see, that is Twitter, Instagram, most importantly YouTube. So I'd really, really appreciate it if you could subscribe. We are trying to get to 50 followers so we can actually live stream. The goal is to do that by mid-season. So yeah, after games you can jump on and we can have chat and all that sort of stuff with the live stream. So at Navy Blues Den, please do get on board. A few shout outs going back to last week. The support after the launch episode was really good. So I just wanted to shout out to a few people on Twitter. Lockie Jack, James and Nick. Nick is part of another podcast, and we're hoping to get him involved at some stage throughout the season, hopefully earlier on through the season. So yeah, just a few shout outs. I want to do that every week. So if you interact and I get to know you a little bit, you will definitely get a shout out on here. That's regardless of whether you're on Instagram or Twitter, or even commenting on the podcast through the comments section on YouTube. So, yeah, shout outs. We'll do more of them as the season wears on. Okay, so in preparation for Carlton's 2024 season preview, I've put together my top 8 and the remaining bottom teams outside of the 8 for the year. So let's put up in club order, starting with Adelaide, who I've got finishing 8th. So they'll make their first final series since I don't know when. Brisbane to finish first. On the back of 11 home games at the Gabba, just falling short of a premiership last year. I think they're going to be up there. I'll save my grand final prediction for a little bit later. Carlton, 2nd. Collingwood, 3rd. So, with that means if my prediction is correct, Carlton and Collingwood will meet in a final for the first time since 1988. Essendon, 16th, and I actually expect Brad Scott to be sacked at some stage throughout the year. Fremantle, 12th. Geelong, 6th. Gold Coast, unlucky, 9th. GWS, 5th. Hawthorn, 14th. Melbourne to round out the top 4 and finish in 4th position. North Melbourne, 17th. Port Adelaide, 10th. Richmond, 11th. St Kilda, 13th. Sydney, 7th. Love what John Longmire has done with the Swans. West Coast Eagles, 18th. Unfortunately, it's going to be a long year for them. And the Western Bulldogs I've got in 13th. So, if we have a look at this is the top 8. Brisbane, Carlton, Collingwood, Melbourne, GWS, Geelong, Sydney, Adelaide. And going over the page, 9th, Gold Coast, followed by Port Adelaide, Richmond, Freo, St Kilda, Hawthorn, Western Bulldogs, Essendon, North Melbourne, and West Coast. And with that, let's have a look at Carlton's season 2024. Okay, Carlton's 2024 finals campaign. I think we will finish top 4, as I've mentioned. I've got Carlton finishing 2nd. I've got Collingwood finishing 3rd. This will be the first time they've actually played off in a final since the 1988 qualifying final at the MCG, which I remember being at as a 11-year-old. I would have been at the time. So that's how long ago that Carlton actually played Collingwood in the final. Now, regardless of whether we actually win that game, given that we've got the double chance, I think we win the semi-final. If we win the qualifying final and go to the prelim, fantastic. I think we win the prelim. I think it'll be at the MCG, and I think we make a grand final. But I think, and it's been said, that you have to lose one to win one, and I think that's where we're at. I think the day will get to some of the players, and I don't think we'll go all that well. If I'm wrong, fantastic, and if I'm wrong, I won't be home until Monday. But yeah, I think we make the grand final. But ultimately, I think the day ends in heartbreak, and I think we win our first flag since 1995 in season 2025. There you have it. Thanks to Carlton Flaggers 2024 on Instagram. That's where you can find him. I'm sure a few of you, or a lot of you, are actually following him already. So thanks for providing this injury list. Let's go through it. Matt Duffy, knee, 2025, so 2024's out for him. Corey Durden, hamstring, test for round 1. That's interesting, along with Matt Owies. I'll come back to Elijah Hollins. Matt Owies' calf, test for round 1. I don't know who said that Elijah Hollins, because I said it too, was in the mix for an opening round debut. He's on suspension. He's not even going to play until round 3. Jack Silvani, we all know what's happened with Jack, so we won't be seeing him until 2025. Waiters with the calf, a test for round 2, given that we've got the bye. That's an interesting one. Zach Williams, test for round 1. Now, we all know he got through the VFL game yesterday. My hunch is that Zach plays in the opening round game against the Lions. Jack Martin with a knee, test for round 1. As with Sam Walsh with his back injury, also a test for round 1. So just to sum up, Wiedering ruled out for round 1. Walsh, Martin, Durden and Owies all in doubt for season start. So that's interesting. And that is current as of today. So that's the injury list. Selection for opening round is going to be very interesting indeed. So we're at the final segment for episode 2 of the Navy Blues Den podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. We need 50 subscribers to be able to do this live. As I said, we want to be doing that by about mid-season, so we can get people involved such as yourself, open up the chat, talk about the game, and that'll be really, really cool. So please, if you're watching this, do hit that subscribe button. But the final segment, this is a new segment. We'll be doing this every week. It'll be related to the game of the week that Carlton are actually playing, and I'm calling this Shit Giveaway. And this week's Shit Giveaway is this cute Carlton little teddy bear. It's brand new. It's got the tags on it. I've just plucked it out of... I've had a clone out, and I found it. So, yeah. Can't sell it on eBay, so I'm giving it away. So, in order for you to win this week's Shit Giveaway, this cute little teddy bear, you need to tell me, when was the last time that Carlton beat Brisbane at the Gabba? So, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me the last time the Carlton beat Brisbane at the Gabba. I'll then seek out through DM your details for me to send you this, and I'll get that off in the post on Monday. So that's it for episode 2 of the Navy Blues Den podcast. There was a little bit to get through this week. Again, still a little bit rough around the edges, but happy with the new equipment. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next Friday night from a hotel room in the Gold Coast, at the Gold Coast, following Brisbane versus Carlton, and I will schedule this for a Saturday morning upload. So thanks for watching. Go the Baggers. Enjoy opening rounds. Oh, I hope we win. I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.